This Pax Day video is all about destroying people's hard work, so let me just give you the quick context of the video here. So I came across a pretty efficient and decent looking base. Whatever happened to it, either the owners moved on and claimed plots elsewhere, or they got a refund, and which, if you don't know, when you refund a game, or when you refund this game, your plots become unclaimed. And so I was surprised because this was one of the more developed houses in the area, and this wall used to be here. It just crumbled. I don't know why. All because I've been messing with it. But essentially, when you look at the rest of the neighborhood, not a whole lot going on. People still like getting their footing, and we're going to explore the house, and then we're going to smash it together. And I'm also going to teach you, towards the end of the video, how to potentially smash people's claimed plots. Kind of, sort of, not exactly. So let's start at the top here. This is about a 7-story building, very efficient, very flat. Lots of room for refining stations and storage, though these people, I think it was a duo, a 2-female duo based on the names. Now, I've yoinked most of the chests and all the valuables, but this is Carnitine, I don't know how to say that name, and the other person started with an S. I think I've already yoinked all the chests, but it looked like that this was a alchemist and tailoring duo. And they have some of the refining stations outside, inside. Now, they had more stuff, but I've been deconstructing it and yoinking it. And I figured that, you know, it's a nice base. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's got lots of room on the outside as well. And no one's made a video destroying a massive superstructure before for this game, at least from what I can search on YouTube. So I figured I would be the first, because I know people want to see destruction. They want to see things break and crumble. But I do want to give credit to the builders, which is Carnitine and Chanel. I don't know, these sound like female names, but yeah, they have you know, a bunch of stuff outside, and they had more stuff, and they potentially had more stuff before they quit or uninstalled or refunded or whatever it is that they did. But now the problem with this base is that its location is terrible. So it's over here on Nonus, and it's near the main stone where you teleport to go home, which means you have to walk super far to get to the wildlands areas for the good resources. You have to walk super far for dungeons. You have to walk super far for any of the really good farm spots on the map, especially if you want to go for pure iron. You either have to go to the top here, which everyone goes here, so there's never anyway, really bad spot, or you got to go all the way to this teleport gate to go to the PvP zone, which, again, this is one of the worst locations you could possibly have. So maybe that's why they did it. I'm not really sure. But now, the way I discovered or found this plot is what I do every single day when I log in, and multiple times a day. I go into free cam mode with my hammer out so I can see owned plots. And then I just kind of sweep the area. And if you're wondering, how am I zooming around so fast in free cam mode? You hold Alt and you mouse wheel up, alright? And so, if someone asks how to do this in the comments, don't answer them, because if I tell people how to do it in the video and they don't listen, they don't deserve to know. It's that simple. Anyway, so what I do is I just sweep the area, and I look for buildings that don't have a piss orange circle around them, and then I use one of my free plots to claim them, grab all the loot, and then normally what I would do in this situation is, this is a lot of building material. There's a lot of wood, a lot of clay and stone, really, really valuable stuff, right? And I don't feel like farming it, but it's so far away from where I live. This may not look like it, but this is like a 30 to 40 minute walk, because I can't go down these mountains. I have to like go down here, go to the roads, and then travel all the way up here. And now that Unstuck is a 15-minute cooldown, the best I could do is maybe get close to here, Unstuck from there. And again, it's just a pain in the ass walk. And even though I could use the teleport to home shrine it every 30 minutes, it's still a pain in the butt. I just wanted to make a video of us blowing this damn base up. And like I said at the end, I'm going to show you how to use a plot, potentially to steal people's stuff. We'll see, maybe, maybe not. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, to get the whole thing to crumble, we're just going to kill the bottom area. And my inventory is just full of loot here. So I'm just going to, again, I'm just going to start crumbling. We're just going to start deleting. And, you know, normally you wouldn't want to walk under a building as it crumbles, right? But because I'm destroying the bottom foundations, also all the wooden boards that you saw, I think those are also for foundations, and so that's how they built so tall. But yeah, we're gonna see this whole thing just get smashed. It's gonna be pretty cool. 2 large cascaded destruction. I've never seen that error code before. I don't even know what that means. But there we go. We have basically You know, we're just... Everything's coming down. And, yeah, there was still plenty of stuff left in the chest that I couldn't carry. I didn't want to make multiple trips. And there it goes. It is now crumbling, and it looks kind of stupid. But this is what it looks like when a base is being destroyed, because it doesn't have the foundations. It just kind of turns, it just like turns to dust and then like rains down on below. Really cool stuff. Look at all those loot bags. And in 30 minutes, all of this loot is going to disappear, except for the floating chests. They will remain indefinitely until someone claims the plot. So yeah. my character's hands are just stuck in the air. Like they just don't care. Alright, kill, break everything, break it all. Oh, I didn't even notice this chest. Oh, yeah, I did. I remember now. I was like, is there... Sometimes people will hide chests under floorboards and stuff, and so I was kind of hoping maybe I could find something kind of like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and start smashing these up here. Even I don't... Like, how is this stuff, like, still hovering, you know? If we could figure out hover technology, we can make hover bases, and that would be really sweet. Alright. And there we go. That's very neat, very awesome. And, yeah, very cool stuff. Hell yeah. So, look at it go. It's breaking piece by piece. I want to stick around. I think that this, you know, this is a very well constructed, well done base. I wanted to give it its proper memory by making a video, but also just to show you guys what it looks like for someone to be fist pumping it. Yeah, break it all. Look at that. Isn't it great? No, you're never gonna, like, no other YouTuber's gonna make a vid of just completely demolishing a beautiful and massive building. This thing took probably hundreds of... I'm not kidding. This building alone, with a duo or a trio, was probably 100 hours of effort. And look, I just killed it all. It's gone. I mean, I'm assuming they refunded. I don't think that they were muling stuff back and forth. But, go ahead. I can't smash these beehives because there's crap. Or, no, I can smash them. Alright. And then the hover chests is all that remains. I think this is just honey. Yeah, it's just honey. I'm not going to, like, remove it. Yeah, look, it looks like a tornado ripped through this building or something. All this debris is in the air. I don't know. I think this is just really cool looking. Look at it, all the floating loot bags. They don't even float to the ground. How annoying is that? Look at all the clay. These pink piles are clay. I don't know why it looks like dust, but hey, whatever. And then you have the wood, the floating wood. Very neat stuff. Very cool stuff. And, oh, is this unprotected? This is unprotected, so we can go smash this too. Someone must have built this to climb... Look, there's a chest... No, there's a wood stump at the top. Breaking this really wouldn't do much, and since it's latched to the cliffside, there's really no point for me to break it. I don't need the materials. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and unclaim the plot now, and then there was one other plot that we could potentially grief. And, I don't know for sure, but it's this one right here, Snake Brisket's plot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you my outro, and if the video ends, I couldn't grief it. If there's bonus footage, then that means that the video continues. Anyway, so I'm gonna give you my outro, and thank you so much. You know, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, then I don't know. There's really nothing. But anyway, I'm gonna cut over to that base and see if I can grief it, and if I can, I'll show you how.